Welcome everybody to an episode of Pixels Politics. I'm your host, Dougie. This is episode 62 of season 3. And today's episode will start with an update on the newest AI models. And then we'll round it out with a lot of world news, talk a little bit about the UK, kind of sum up the week. Maybe take it a little chill today. We got some small League of Legends news. But yeah, we'll start with AI and the AI model Mythos, which we've been following for I think a couple weeks now. But if you are unaware, Mythos, which is made by Anthropic, otherwise known as Claude, is their latest release, and it apparently is a major risk to national security, specifically when it comes to cybersecurity. It kind of started out as a rumor that this thing could crack most defense software in just a few days, if not hours. And then it came. To be honest, I thought it was overhyped. I really did. I was like, okay, you know, we haven't really seen AI do things at the level that they keep saying it's going to be able to do. And anyways, that was months later. Mythos drops, and I believe within like 48 hours, the U.S. is like just puts a hold on it. It's like, listen, you can't drop this. It's a security risk. Shortly after that, the NSA, I think it was the NSA, came out and said that it had cracked their entire classified database within just a few hours. On top of that, I saw the that it was an insider, somebody who was very close to the top of Anthropic, that let the U.S. government know that it was possible. Shortly after that, Anthropic said, "Oh yeah, well, Meta's new AI model can do the same thing," and so Meta also put their top model on hold for a second. And then just this week, the newest GPT version was also got put on hold. So yeah, the models are getting there. They're getting to the point where they're probably going to have very worldwide impacts right out the gate from release. And the scarier part, I suppose, is the fact that they said that China, well, they didn't specifically call it China, but they said that pretty much all of the models, major models at this point forward, will all have these capabilities. They're not all that different. Okay, some of them are slightly better than others. I would love to know what's going on behind the scenes because I'm sure that's where we can see some differences. But we're already at a point where within less than a month, 4 or 5 models can all be a national security risk and crack classified databases in just a few hours. Now we do have the official announcement just took place an hour ago that the U.S. and Anthropic, when it comes to their big model, they've come to a conclusion as to kind of mitigate their risks, and said that obviously it's titled license. We've been talking about this past few days this week, and yeah, I think that's where this is going. So the Trump administration has struck a deal with Anthropic, which grants the company permission to release its Mythos 5 model to a group of 100 companies and federal agencies. So we're already at the gatekeeping stage for AI. That's kind of where we're at. We're already at the gatekeeping stage. And at this point, if you want to use these big models and you're a big company, yeah, you need a license already. You need to go ahead and apply. You also can't be a foreigner, which, well, I guess fair. And you need a license. You need a license. And that'll probably trickle down eventually because, how many years in are we in on the AI? Less than 10. So how much longer before even the smaller models can do pretty incredible things? Cybersecurity risk level things. Probably not much longer. And my guess is, and this is where I think they're going, is even at a small scale, you will probably need a license to use the better models. That actually, there's no doubt in my mind that's where this is going. I can't think of how they would allow access to these models or gatekeep access to these models in the way that they want to, because they need to be able to track what you're doing with them and find you, if needed. License is the only way, right? We're already at the level that AI is as useful of a tool as a car, basically, and as dangerous as a car. That's where we're at already. I mean, I'm not trying to spook anybody. I'm not trying to be a doomer. I'm like kind of just amazed, to be honest with you, because again, we're less than a decade into the major AI push, the major AI announcements. We're less than a decade, and we're already at that stage. I wonder how long it took them before you need a license to drive a car. There's no way it was right at the start. How long before you needed a license to drive a car past its creation? It could have been that long. Depending on where you were in the world, 3 to 19 years after the first modern cars were created before governments mandated driver's license. Honestly, that's way earlier than I thought it would be. The United States, Massachusetts, and Missouri back in 1903, damn, became the first U.S. states to issue driver's license. However, these were simply identification cards, and the U.S. lagged for decades. South Dakota became the last state in the U.S. 70 years. Well, yeah. Well, I guess it's right on par then with driving cars. But I want to highlight that this this tool is going to be as impactful as a car is. That's how impactful it is. We're there. We're there, or at least that's what the government's saying. They also said earlier this week, I think it was the NSA, they said that it was very likely we would see a major event. I don't want to use like attack or something, but event involving AI or the cause being AI probably within a few months, which is very likely. All of these models are not that far off from one another. And we're already seeing, I don't know if this is related, but apparently a lot of emergency services are down across the states right now, which isn't the first time this has happened. It's happened quite a few times within the past few years. And all of the times it's been traced back to China. They're kind of just fucking with us as a test for fun to see how we react. It's probably being done by AI. NSA and Cyber Command Chief General Joshua Rudd said Mythos broke into almost all of our classified systems in hours, a week after Washington forced Anthropic to disable its most powerful models. Now there was a rumor that that wasn't intended. It was a training exercise. It was intended. They wanted to see if it could. They wanted to prove it, which they did. But yeah, guys, we're there. We're there with AI. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. Because again, I didn't expect it to hit so fast. Also, what I'm extremely curious about is we've already seen that individuals by themselves could pretty much create models that get close to the level of these big models, and some of them surpass. I'm obviously specifically talking about PewDiePie, which is still so funny to say out loud. But there are plenty of others who are, making their own models. Some of them much smarter than what we currently have, or at least efficient. Is that going to be illegal? Technically, it can't be because the creation of AI is protected under freedom of speech, which sounds so funny, but it's like a long, complicated Supreme Court issue. I don't know. I am most intrigued when it comes to this stuff, and we've hit kind of the I think we've hit the inflection point, the kind of point of no return here. It's so funny too because the CEO of Anthropic came out at the same time. It was like, I think we need to pause AI, like right before they released Mythos. But you can't, like, at this point, it's a train that cannot be stopped. It's not going to stop. It's not possible. We are there, guys. We're there. It's the new car. And to be honest, overall, I'm looking forward to it. I use it a lot. I don't use the larger models anymore. I'm kind of like real quick about it. But, when needed, I'm into it. I've got a lot of plans for it. I like watching it. I kind of do these like moments where I use it a lot, and then I wait a couple months, sometimes almost a year, and then I check it out. I will say it's impressive the leaps and bounds it's making in a very short period of time. And I was thinking earlier today, well, throughout the time period of, it's impossible to know what the future looks like based on this technology. I think the best comparison I've ever heard was that it would do for intellect what tractors have done in terms of strength. It would be the equivalent, which is incomprehensible. You can't really imagine what that means. To have a scientist, an engineer, a doctor all in your pocket at one time. What is it? You just can't. How can you imagine what that looks like in the future? It's impossible. But I think we're hitting that point where things are going to get crazy pretty quick. So we'll stay updated, of course. I really want to do an AI co-host at some point. I think that would be really funny. So this is from the Five Eyes, which is the pop. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Jeez, my ears. U.S., UK, Australia, New Zealand. I forget who is CA. I forget who CA is. I keep thinking California because I guess I'm just an American. Whatever. Uh oh, it's Canada. Sorry, sorry, Canadians. Intelligence Alliance warns AI cyber attacks are imminent. Time measured in months. It's probably. I mean, yeah, it's probably just a few months. They urge leaders to treat cybersecurity risk as a core business leadership responsibility. Meanwhile, CISA has lost a third of its staff, left passwords exposed. I don't know. I think this will be the first big event when it comes to AI. Like people are gonna finally realize, like, okay, this shit is here. It's impactful. It's not going anywhere, and it's probably something we need to pay attention to. But it'll be curious to see what happens. So yeah, this is the U.S. tells OpenAI to limit GPT 5.6 release while the government reviews it. The information reports. We've made clear to the U.S. government that this is not our preferred long-term model. What does that even mean? Does that mean you're going to upgrade them more? These things at least get upgraded once a year. It's more like twice a year, though. We are cooked. Oh, yeah. So here is a, this is from Alibaba, which is China's big old tech firm. And it's like their equivalent to Amazon. And this, I don't know if you're not watching, you're just listening. I mean, it's like a video call. Except there's a person video calling with an AI model, and it looks like a normal ass person. I mean, you can maybe kind of tell, but not really. I'm gonna play it because apparently it can talk in real time. It's China, so take that with a grain of salt. They really good at faking their shit.
You've been kind of quiet lately. Everything okay?
Yeah, just really tired.
Want to talk about it?
Maybe, but slowly.
That's okay. You don't have to have the perfect
Slowly.
explanation.
Thanks. That actually helps.
Tired weird or life weird?
A bit of both.
That's a rough combo.
Yeah, it is.
Well, if you want to talk, I'm here. And if you don't, I'm still here.
I appreciate that.
Of course, you're welcome.
Thanks. Really.
Yeah, I mean, you can still tell it's AI for sure, but it's still incredible. People are making hundreds of thousands of dollars apparently running these fake models of themselves. They're like, just guys on the internet pretending to be women. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Crazy shit. But honestly, I'm here for it. I am so here for it. Since June 12th, we've been working. This is the official announcement from Anthropic. Since June 12th, we've been working closely with the U.S. government to restore access to Claude and Mythos 5 and Fable 5. Today, the government notified us that Mythos 5, our strongest cybersecurity model, can be redeployed to a set of U.S. organizations that operate and defend critical infrastructure. I want to know what it looks like. I'm going to have to look it up and maybe do a video on it. I want to know what it looks like for AI to defend or attack critical infrastructure. What does that mean? We're restoring access for these organizations quickly, and we're continuing to work with the government to expand access to Mythos 5 and make Fable 5 available for general use again. In fact, do you need to be many in massive class action lawsuits? Yeah, I don't know what they're people in the comments are freaking out about, but yeah, man, it'll be it'll just be interesting to see how it plays out. I didn't think it would come here as fast as it has, but here we are. But again, I want to know what it looks like. What does that look like? It's an AI talking to another AI. Knock, knock, knock. Let me in. Nobody's home. Like, what does it look like? I can only conceptualize it, and I guess in the text form, right? So the two AIs talking to each other, doing verbal battle quickly. I don't know. I don't know. It's like Eminem doing a rap battle. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like, guys. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. It's funny though. I look forward to the future, man. I really do, guys. I didn't have this on the list, but I might as well talk about it. Unity, which is a common game engine used to make video games. I think yeah. It also announced an AI model to be attached or to be integrated with its engine so that it'll help you make video games. So we'll see a large pumping of those get pushed out. And I've got an idea for a video game myself. I love it as a creative tool. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. Trying to think. I think that's everything for AI. We have an aircraft has crashed into Beijing's tallest skyscraper. Yeah, I just saw this earlier today. People were also saying that China had to shut down their internet because of this. What the hell is that? Why is there random shit falling from? I guess that's the building right here. It's not a 9/11, guys. Not a 9/11. The building didn't fucking collapse into pieces. They're all right. Hopefully, not too many people were injured. But apparently, shortly after this happened, the internet immediately shut down for them. So that's kind of breaking the China news. We don't have any more information, sadly, because again, it's China. So there's nothing. There's nothing more on it. I just got the plane, the footage, and that's it. And the fact that the internet went down. It's hard. I would love to have more news about China in general, but you know, it's just you get what you get, and it's usually not much. You know, most unfortunate. We're gonna talk about the UK. I have a lot of people ask me about who I think the next prime minister is, which is so funny because I'm American. But I, in fact, do know who the next prime minister is. I know who it is. Maybe I don't know why I know this, but I know this. His name is Andy Burnham. And to be honest with you, he is far worse. Far, far worse than the last guy. Look, the thing is, guys, I can talk about the UK every single day, really. And to be honest, I can talk about the EU and the migrant thing every single day. Every single day. I mean, my feed here is completely full of it just because, I looked it up one time. And it's just there. And every single day. And I know I've said this quite a few times. I'm more exhausted with it more than anything. And it gets a lot of views. It does. I know there's a lot of interest. But as an American, this is an issue that we've already voted on. And even the Democrats at this point are like, yeah, we need to, clamp down on the borders. People are, even the Democrats are realizing that the open border thing that's like for the very far left. And even they're just kind of like, well, it's not really winning us elections, so we need to stop. So as an American, I look at it and I'm just like, this is some funky third world shit. So that just seems to keep happening, and I can tell a lot of Europeans care. Don't get me wrong. I can tell a lot of Europeans care, and I feel really bad for the ones that do. I think it's awful. There's a lot of smart people in the EU who are trapped there, and I think there's a lot of people in the EU who are innocent, and I see the reports of them getting hurt, and I'm like, I can only take so much of it. I really can. So, anyways, that being said, I'm not going to sit here every single day and talk about the EU. Maybe once a week, or at least specifically when it comes to this problem. But I can go on and on. Apparently, at least 1,400 migrants are let into the UK every single day, and they can't get rid of them. I had a report on here. I'll have to find it, but I had a report that the UK was about to release a bunch of, criminals for some godforsaken reason. So we'll talk about that. I'll find it. But yeah, I mean the UK, it's just it's. I feel bad making fun of them because again, there's a lot of great people in the EU, but the EU runs like a third world country to me. It's specifically the UK. I mean, it really does. We're seeing reports now that apparently, in America, we joke about your guys' air conditioning thing. Like you guys have a lot of limits on your air conditioning and power usage, and I mean, it's truly incredible the things that I see. To be honest with you, I know even here in America, there was a federal law that forced construction companies to put these like water inhibitors in your shower head that decrease your shower pressure or some shit, which to me is so insane. What the fuck? And thank God I got lifted. But I know in the EU it's just 10 times worse. Like it's much worse. Even the air conditioning thing is wild. Apparently, people are getting fined. They're going in, and you can get arrested for having too many air conditioners, or they're on for a certain period of time. They're not supposed. Like it's insanity. What? To be honest, I live in Florida, which if you don't know what that is, it's like the Australia of the United States. It's fucking hot as hell. It's hot right here now. 92. It's almost 10 p.m. We're going through our own little heat wave. Could not imagine with not having AC. I'd lose my mind. But anyway, sorry. And, point is, you know, I'm still keeping track of the grooming gang thing. I'm keeping track of the EU politics in general. It's just finding the balance of like, do I really want to fill every single day with talking about the migrant situation? Not really. I don't. Even if it gets a lot of views. But we'll keep track of it. We'll see what happens. The EU seems to be taking a little bit of a 180, and their problem now is that there's so many there, and you can't remove them without force. Like it's not possible. They tried this voluntary leave thing. It's not working. Surprise, surprise. We'll see how that goes. In America, we had a fucking visceral reaction. So the EU, I know it'll be worse. We'll see what happens. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, Andy Burnham. He is the most likely next prime minister of the UK, and he's fucking is way more liberal than the current guy. Way more liberal. He's super about open borders. He had this to say about the grooming gang thing earlier.
Hard to read. It gives a detailed and distressing account.
Why? I'm sorry. I know I'm pausing already early in. Why the fuck do you need to read, from a piece of paper to talk? Somebody wrote something down to tell you what you're supposed to say about how you felt. Why can't you just say it?
Hard to read. It gives a detailed and distressing account of how so many young women were seriously harmed and appallingly failed. Hard to
Yeah.
read.
Anyways, if you missed it, he says young women. Listen.
It gives a detailed and distressing account of how so many young women.
So many young women. Those weren't women, my guy. They were fucking children. 11, 12, 13, 14. What in the fuck is going on? That is not women, bro. They're children. This is why I can't cover this too, by the way. It's so fun. Dude, I lose my mind over it. It's so insane, dude. I fucking cannot comprehend the way these people think. It's crazy to me. How can you even say that out loud? These young women. They're children, bro. Every single testimony in that file, except like one, I think, was about a child. It was about a child. It wasn't about a young woman. It's about a child. What would you call it? That is mistakes reduces what they were. Yeah, they do this a lot where they use that type of language in order to like kind of mind trick you a little bit, to fuck with you. They do it on purpose. Young women. They're not women. Those are fucking children, bro. Jesus. What is that about? Insanity, guys. Insanity. Oh, UK, man. Oy vey. I still think it's so funny. UK politics is just goes over my head, but there are people losing their mind. The people on the right are losing their mind about the grooming gangs, as they should. The people on the left are losing their minds because apparently the UK is putting restrictions on which children can transition. It's like both sides hate the current UK government because it's not liberal enough and it's not far right enough. And it's like, I don't know. Again, the politics of it is just so funny to me. But yeah, I don't know. This guy's worse. That's all. I mean, maybe, let me see if I can't find anything more about him. It's just everything I've seen so far is not very good. A lot of it is like that. I mean, here's another video.
To show that we are listening to people across the board, including in the community. It is clear that when we went into the last election, relationships were damaged. As leader of the Labour Party, I would make it my business to put those relationships right. And as a start of a 10, I can say tonight that the first foreign visit I would do as leader of the Labour Party would be to Israel to show.
What in God's green earth does it have anything to do with your country right now, buddy?
That message from the very start.
What does that have to do? Jewish applause. What is that different than normal applause? Huh. I can't make a joke. I don't want to get the channel on certain venues in trouble. Oh man. But nothing. I don't know anything good about this guy. Nothing. So I guess on this is saying, I don't know if this is real, but on Friday, July the 17th, Burnham will be the Labor leader, and then on Monday, July 20th, he will become Prime Minister. And Keir Starmer, yeah, backed him. So, yeah, he's your next guy. I don't really know anything more than that other than he wants open borders. He wants to visit Israel, and he calls the grooming gang children, the grooming gang victims, young women when they're children. So, I don't know, just nothing good. Nothing good at all. But who knows? I don't understand how somehow the UK keeps moving left. Like you have all these problems. You guys seem to know that there are problems but then you just keep moving left. You think the further you go left, the better it will be. I'm seeing. Oh, here we go. We have more. Here we go. We have more. I mean, I'll cover this. I'll just read the quotes out loud. But end of trickle down economics. The UK, I don't think they have trickle down economics. End the unfair immigration system. What in the fuck does that mean? Push reindustrialization, public procurement to use British business, work placements for all 16, 18-year-olds. What in the fuck commie nonsense is this? Huh? Interesting. Whatever. Again, a weird ass country, man. I saw that they were also talking about, and this is something America was talking about too. If you ever need to know, there's a global agenda. They were talking about. I don't think they're just talking about. They're pushing forward with it, but are introducing taxing unrealized gains in both the UK and South Korea. Which to me, I don't know. I didn't go to college for economics, but from what I know, it's a fucking terrible idea. That is awful. Actually, well, it's good for the US. If everyone but the US does it, then that's great for us because it means more money in our markets. But what? God, dude, communism is on the rise. It truly is. I know Trump just gave a speech on it. I think a couple of communist senators just won the election. Communism is on the rise, man. It's not good for your markets, man. You do not want that. And we had Kamala Harris saying the same thing. And when I brought that up, I was like, yeah, this is what she wants to do. The fuck, even the liberals looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, dude, she said that. It's what she said. It's commie shit. I can't stand communism. Sorry, guys. I don't know if some of you people out there are communists. I think communism is beyond fucking stupid. Never made any sense. Just I can go on and on about it, but communism is retarded. Oh, the future of the UK will be an interesting one to keep track of. I have random news here. Let's see what this is. Oh, Palm Beach Pete and his fucking DNA report. Hey, vey. Yeah, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Palm Beach Pete, who's the Epstein lookalike, ran for mayor while getting his DNA tested, and the DNA and instead of getting his DNA results back, he got a letter saying that he shouldn't run for mayor because of his DNA results. I was gonna go on a rant about I think he's a clone. I don't really want to anymore. I don't know. Fuck that nonsense. Here we have Benjamin Netanyahu hosting retired U.S. generals for some reason. The meeting on June 22nd involved JINSA delegation, including retired leaders like General Charles Flynn, Admiral Bill Lesher, General Jim Silf, Lieutenant, you get it, admirals and generals. This long-standing exchange briefs retired U.S. flag officers on Israeli security challenges and their links to American interests, with participants often advising on issues like countering Iran. Social media reactions split sharply, with some calling it undue influence or treason, while others noted its routine nature and public listings. Grok is so compromised. Nobody is saying that it's routine and normal. Nobody on the planet is saying that shit. Stop. Just stop. Nobody's saying that shit. Nobody is sitting here and is thinking, yeah, that's a fucking great thing. Oh, whatever. Whatever, Grok. You used to be cool. We have some interesting news here. 29 primary wins. None of them are influenced by APAC. I don't know, that comes with trade-offs. These people are all interesting, that's for sure. But you can kind of tell how America feels about APAC's influence, judging by this. Pretty much, we're seeing a lot of wins just based on, how do I say it without getting demonetized or shadow banned. Uh, Americans are prioritizing foreign influence in our elections. Yeah, just in general. We're looking for the people who aren't influenced by foreign entities. I think that's the best way to put it. And it shows. And a lot of people, I might run off some of my viewers, but a lot of people are, under the idea that we're infected with something that can never be shaken off, but it's untrue, guys. It's untrue. Okay? Most elections are centered around a single issue, and arguably most of the time that single issue gets somewhat taken care of. Okay? Last election it was open borders. Whether you like it or not, the borders are closed. Before that, whatever, still an election, blah blah. But it was mostly on student debt. That one didn't really get solved, did it? Obama was healthcare, which a little bit, of help. Still kind of a disaster. I can't really remember what Trump's first. I think it was also the border. But I have hope that with elections you can solve problems. A lot of people are voting don't matter. Okay, well, you think tweeting online is going to matter? So you're against voting, but you're not against tweeting about it? All I'm saying is shut the hell up about it if you aren't going to do anything about it. Stop the yapping. At least go vote. We have James Fish back here running in Florida for governor. Pretty much on the same thing as that he is not taking any money from APAC. I don't think he'll win because Florida is full of a bunch of boomers, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I think I don't want to get to the last piece of news, but here we have the AC thing. Britons ordered to remove air conditioning from homes in 40 degrees Celsius heat under net zero crackdown. Just insanity. Sheesh, man. Just pure insanity. Absolutely incredible. 20 hotels used to house illegal migrants have closed their doors for good. Okay, but where did they go? Actually, I've seen it. The UK has these like empty villages where they send these people to go live. It's insane. If you're interested about Iran and the US Israel thing, we're currently bombing the shit out of each other again. Well, not as bad, but who knows, maybe we'll get there. Iran bombed a cargo ship. We bombed them back. It's the usual. We'll see what happens. The usual stuff. All right, next we have some League of Legends news. Sorry if you're not a League of Legends player, you don't know what that is, but I just thought it would be fun to talk about. League of Legends is introducing Classic. It's which season is this supposed to be? So basically, League is like 15 years old now. I think it's more, 18 years old. And I believe they're releasing game mode or the game back when it was in season 3, I think. 60 old champions playable, old item rune and mastery systems, original Summoner's Rift map, separate account leveling system, dedicated store with IP currency to unlock champions, runes, and more. Potential ranked and co-op versus AIQs, old style battle pass shop, mini pass to earn rewards. The old league didn't have battle pass. Old style. Yeah, I was gonna say old league didn't have battle pass. Mini pass to earn rewards. So this is coming out, and I see some people who are excited about it. It's now confirmed that there will be more old playable champions in addition to the 60 on the list. Another thing I forgot to mention is that the mode will also include the old summoner spells. To me, this means your game is dead. That's what this means. But that being said, just kind of talking about the experience. I peak League for me. I played League for like 10 years, 12 years. 10 years, I really was into it. Had to have been season 4. I played season 3 just a tad. That's when I got introduced in high school. Jesus, it's 10 years ago. And more than 10 years ago. 12 years ago. And I really didn't get into it until season 4. Excuse me, sorry. So I kind of wish they did season 4, not season 3. But this will be interesting. I think to me this means your game is fucking dead. I'm not gonna lie. Like what? This is the WoW thing, or you're just trying anything. Why don't you just release League 2, bro? What is the point of this? Why? Can you just make a better game? Where's the MMO? You're just trying to bleed us for money. I don't know. I haven't touched League in many years, guys, but from what I've heard, it's not very good. It's honestly fucking terrible. Spain's Prime Minister Sanchez has unveiled plans to control the internet and cut free speech. We will hold platforms like X accountable. We will turn algorithmic manipulation into new criminal offense. We will implement a hate and polarization footprint system to track and expose how digital platforms fuel division and amplified hate. Okay, so you're pissed off that we keep exposing the migrant stuff. That's what that means. Spain will ban access to social media for minors under the age of 16. My government will work with our public prosecutor to investigate Grok. Grok, what are you doing, man? How are you terrorizing the Spaniards? TikTok and Instagram. Okay. Interesting. I don't even get it. What's it doing? It's just showing you what's happening. What the fuck? Why is it so crazy? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then here I have a post. Spanish father grabbing his and rushing for safety as another deranged African migrant runs around clutching a knife. Oh, that's why you want to make sure the internet isn't available. Oh, holy shit! This shit's so fucking funny, guys. Oh, Europe's an interesting place. It's a very interesting place. I can't, dude. These things are so terrible. Muslim tried to R-word a 14-year-old girl. According to Sharia law, R-wording a non-Muslim girl is legal. I am following Allah and Sharia law. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the way it works, and they're everywhere. A man has been sentenced to 3.5 years in jail for assault on 2 female police officers. Oh yeah, we saw that long time ago. That's one where he boxed 2 of them out. She was crazy, but yeah. Andy Burnham is set to allow millions of low-skilled low-skilled to settle permanently and access the welfare state. Yeah, yeah. Oh EU, oh EU. Okay. I think we're gonna close up shop. Kind of a short episode, or I'm just gonna kind of rant for a little bit in the next 20 minutes. But I think that's the end of the content. Really, it was a slow week just in general, and like I said, I didn't want to fill it up with nonsense. You know, mostly the Vigrant stuff. I'm just not into it, guys. I mean, it's just it goes on and 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 on. With such debate raging about whether residential aircon is climate responsible person or not, I want to outline the official restore position. We do not care. I mean, again, what's so funny is that like, okay, you're at net zero and your people are dying from heat waves. More people die in Europe from heat exhaust, heat stroke, than Americans die from guns. You're not a first world country, not a first world set of countries. Sorry. Sorry. You could be. You really could be, though. You could be. But your politicians won't let you be. And nothing you do will ever outweigh what China's doing. China doesn't give a fuck about the environment. They don't give a flying fuck. Even on top of that, even if China did, the real third world countries, like most of Africa, fucking India, and many other countries are trying to get a foot in the world, are going to outdo anything you're doing. You're just killing people basically for fun. I don't even understand the point of that. It's like you're just inventing problems. No. Yeah, I mean, there's just videos upon videos upon videos of them all getting harassed, and I just don't know what to do about it. I can sit here and I can show you guys all of them. Here's one Bangladeshi man sentenced to 15 years in prison in the UK for R-wording a 12-year-old girl. Sorry, let's just use the words of Andy Burnham, the next prime minister. A 12-year-old woman. Fucking sick bastard. 3 former defense HQ sites are being considered to house up to 3,700 illegal migrants until their asylum claims are decided. Yep. There you go. Oh, it's right. There's the little villas. See? They look like this. There's a ton of them. Yeah. And most of the houses are empty because they get bought out. I've seen it. The UK forces, they have like these committees that force the natives to move out, and then they set it up for the migrants. That's how it works. This is the video of that migrant beating the shit out of those 2 women, police officers. I mean, dude, it's so endless, guys. It's so fucking endless. It really is. Oh, whatever. Again, I'm American. Hey, you can always move here. Or we need the more people anyway. So, U.S. military conducts strikes on Iran after attack on cargo ship. Yeah. Anyways, I don't really want to end on a negative note because it's kind of been a good week for me, and I don't want to sit here and just whine and cry about the migrants running around killing people. Or worse. It's not entertaining at all. I want to talk about the future of AI. Okay, let's just talk about the future of AI. Minus the fact that you'll need a license to use it. I wonder if there'll be a test. Huh. Yeah. There's a lot of people worried about the AI stock economy. I don't think it'll be that big a deal. It does seem like we're in a race. Here's Theo Vaughn with data centers. I don't really want to talk about data centers either, but fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I thinking? Something about AI and licenses. Let's listen to Theo.
They seem kind of evil. It's like, what's going to happen? You fall down. We don't want any data, bro. We don't want any. Nobody wants a data center, dude.
Guys, if you're listening to the show, if you're using the internet, if you're ranting about data centers, that's how they get your content, my guy. Anyone who wants to listen to you, Theo, is accessing a data center to watch your shit. I swear most people don't know what data centers are. It's so crazy. Dude, it's how they access your show. It's how you record your show. Like, I'm going to lose my marbles, man. Oh, the data center argument is so stupid. Yeah, like I did the episode on data centers. Yeah, nobody wants the fucking things next to them and making noise, but nobody wants a prison next to them either. Doesn't mean they're not useful. Nobody wants to live next to a prison. Nobody wants to live next to an automobile factory. But it's still useful. Shit is so dumb. And it's, I don't know. I just can't stand the hypocrisy of it. It's like, I don't like AI. Well, AI is you're using it every day, whether you like it or not. Whether you like data centers or not. I mean, you do like them because you're using them. If you didn't like them, you basically wouldn't be on the internet.
Dude, nobody wants it. And the people that want them, to me, bro, they seem kind of evil. It's like, what's going to happen?
You're using it, my guy. You're the one using AI. You're the one using data centers for your show. Like, what? Yeah, right here. Thank you. First comment. No one wants data centers, says the guy that runs an online podcast and benefits from the fast distribution of it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Is this... And then someone said, did YouTube exist before or after the AI data center build out? There's no... people are trying to say there's a difference between AI data center and data centers. Not really. It's not really a crazy difference. Obviously, you don't know what machine learning is, but nice try, my guy. So stupid. So dumb. I'm sorry. It's just stupid, guys. It's just stupid. Listen, you can complain about having to live near them or them using up your resources in the same way you cry about the environment. It's fine. I get it. I don't want. I live next to an airport. It's loud. It's annoying. Don't like it. But I would argue airports are still very fucking useful. Okay. It's the same with the data center. You're listening to the show on any platform. It's not locally hosted on my computer. It exists in a data center. It's just how it works. I don't know what to tell you. Not that you shouldn't petition for them to not be near you. You know, most people don't want prisons next to them. It's still useful as fuck. Breaking: U.S. government will decide who gets access to GPT 5.6. Only in OpenAI will release GPT 5.6 only in a limited preview. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say, guys. I remember what I was gonna say. So yesterday, I covered the AI, the COVID thing, right? I was talking about AI for the vaccine, and it had occurred to me. I don't know if I said it on the show, but I think that's when the AI data race started versus China. I think that's the. I've been trying to like find the point, the start, and I think that was the official start of the AI race. I think that was it. In order to get the vaccine out, this guy has a full course that teaches you to build and automate anything. This guy's so funny. It's a bot account. This guy makes the video and then he pays bot account to push it. It's so fucking gay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen how social media works for posts, but basically you make the post and then you pay for it to get pushed into other people's feeds. That's how Instagram, Facebook, X, and I think you can do it with YouTube too. Anthropic accuses Alibaba, which again is the Chinese Amazon, of using 25,000 fraudulent accounts to extract Claude AI model capabilities. Yeah. So again, if Anthropic, if their Claude model can do what they say it can do, and its data can be extracted, then that should tell you everything you need to know about what the Chinese models will be able to do too. I think that's everything. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if there's any drama without my co-host. The co-host was really into the drama. Not really me. He normally came with it. I don't have it. So, yep. I think that's it today, guys. Hopefully, it's been a good week for you. Hopefully, it's been a good week for you, as it was for me. I know it's a softer episode, but just not too much going on today, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and listening and supporting. We're really close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you could do me a favor and go ahead and give us a follow on there, that'd be awesome. Be cool to hit 1,000. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Voldemort file special. I've been collecting a bunch of them, waiting to do another video, or maybe I'll do something else. I have no idea. But I would strongly appreciate if we could hit 1,000 on there. We're really close to getting monetized on there too, which is awesome. But yeah, overall, that's it for me. I will see you guys Monday. Hopefully, you have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully, you had a good week. Hopefully, you had a good afternoon, morning, night, evening. And I will see you guys Monday.